Last year, former Thai Finance Minister Korn Chatikavanij surprised everyone and started growing chemical-free rice in a small village 500 kilometers northeast of Bangkok, in an area which is considered to be the poorest and driest region in Thailand. The rice was branded Im. Im in Thai means full or contented. 6 months later, he started to sell his rice online through e-commerce channels. Amazingly, all 18 tons of rice he produced was sold out in a matter of only 2 weeks. Let's hear more about the story of Im rice.
สวัสดีครับ Hello everybody, my name is Korn Chatikavanij. Welcome all delegates to the Sustainable Brand Bangkok 2015. I hope you are having a great time. I'm very sorry I can't be with you in person. And I'm actually sitting here in the middle of this rice field with a colleague of mine. He's behind the camera, so you won't be able to see him. But we'll be having a little bit of a conversation about the brand Im and what all this has been about. Well, there's 4 million of them. Most of them are poor, have no land, they need help. Rice is probably the single most important thing to a Thai and to our economy. We're the biggest exporter of rice in the world, of course. Most of our land is used to grow rice. More Thai people grow rice than they do anything else. And it's so important, it's deeply ingrained into our culture. In Thailand, instead of saying, hello, how do you do? We greet each other by saying, have you eaten rice yet today? Essentially, Thai farmers have no control. They have no control over their life. As I said, many of them don't even own the land. They depend on rainwater because they don't have proper irrigation. They need to buy seeds from seed providers. They need to buy fertilizers. They have no control over how their rice is milled. They certainly have no control over how their rice is sold. So the problem is really lack of control. We work with them in their desire to move away from the use of chemicals. And the way we did that essentially was we help assure them that they will be able to get a good price, a fair price for their rice. So we pre-agreed with them at the beginning of the season that their paddy would be sold to the program for about 21,000 baht per ton, which is about 40 or 50% higher than the going market price. That's the key element from their perspective. They earn through our program in two main ways. One, the higher price of paddy that they sold into the program. Two, the dividend that they receive at the end of the season from the profits that we made by selling the rice. Combined, effectively, they pretty much doubled their income per every ton of rice that they grew. Well, the brand Im is all about authenticity. This is it on my shirt. Im means to be full, to be content. To be full in Thai means to be happy. That's the essence of the brand. And everything about it, we stress authenticity. Consumers want a good product that they can have faith in, they can trust. So we build a relationship from the beginning between the farmers and the consumers. We highlighted the tilling process, the seeding process, the harvesting process, so that consumers were aware of what was going on and became personally almost involved. We identified every bag of rice with the individual and specific farmer who was responsible for it. Even the bag that was used to contain the rice was manufactured by the same villagers. The cloth that was used was woven by them. We helped design the bag, but then they stitched it themselves, provided extra income to them. And consumers knew through the communication process that we had that every baht of profit would also be going back to the village. So it was authentic and through that we built trust. Well, that's actually the goal that we had when we set out. I mean, you can see that when you go to a wine shop, you don't just ask for wine, you'll be laughed out of the shop. You're asked to be a bit more specific, you know, what vintage, what kind of wine, which year, and the price differential is huge, from a few dollars per bottle for the average plonk you might get in a supermarket to hundreds of thousands for the rarest vintage. Now, we don't need to achieve that kind of value differentiation for rice, but we do think that rice does deserve similar kind of treatment to wine, to cheese, to coffee, or even to tobacco. Right now it's being treated almost as a commodity, even by Thais, whilst there are over 1,000 different types of rice of different quality and taste that are grown in Thailand, and each should be recognized, and farmers should be accredited value for quality that they're not yet receiving. Well, IM is sustainable in so many different ways. The most obvious way is its impact on the ecosystem and the environment for the farmers themselves, on the soil. Moving away from use of chemicals is a big step for farmers. Usually we wean them off. This was a one-time cut-off, but the impact immediately on the environment is tangible. I saw more fish, more crabs in the paddy than farmers tell me have existed for years. But that's not enough. For a program such as this to be truly sustainable, it needs to be financially sustainable. And IM has proven itself to be financially sustainable also. The fact, as I said, that farmers are receiving almost double the income per ton of rice compared with previous methodology means that farmers are convinced that they can continue with this program in a sustainable way. What we need to do is to make sure that the rice continues to be attractive to consumers, that consumers will continue to be willing to pay a premium price for this kind of quality. And that's work in progress, but I think that's very much achievable. Well, I visited the paddies myself during harvest week. The water was still somewhat muddy. One of the farmers called me over and he put his hand into the mud and he brought up with him mud and water. But more importantly, it was full of crabs and fish, frogs that they use as food. And he said to me, "Kun Korn, just a year ago, we didn't have this." And I think that's testimony to the sustainable impact programs such as this can have and does have on the environment. Well, first of all, it's great tasting. It's obviously good for you, but I've had feedback that this is the best rice from Thais who've been eating rice all their lives, that this is the best rice that they've ever eaten. And I think the price is fair. Some people say, well, look, it's substantially more expensive than the average rice you might buy in the supermarket. But at 120 baht, that's $4 US, it's the price you might pay for a latte in Starbucks. You don't even get half a cup of Frappuccino. So within context, given also that every baht of profit goes straight back to the farmer, this is great quality rice for a very affordable price.